let me ask you a question about that. You were just talking about this culture of starting young and having feeder programs. Uh, we have seen that with two of the Franklin County programs we have. Obviously, the football program from the Rams to Elkhorn, two-time state champions, and then now Franklin County High School. With the girls team, what Joey Thacker did was, amazing. The seven Sweet 16s. But it started out at Hearn Elementary and Elkhorn, and they started. Those girls are playing the exact same offenses
Yes.
that they're playing in high school, more technical and all the way up through.
Yep.
My question is, have you reached out, or is it your plan to reach out to the Elkhorn basketball coaches and all the way down to Hearn and work with them on how can we work together so that we can prepare these kids?
Yeah, in the first week that I had the job, that was the first thing I did.
Great.
Went around to middle school athletic director, and so we're looking for a middle school coach and so forth. And
Buddy,
ultimately that's actually there. And yes, the idea of the middle school running what the high school is doing and creating an environment where the middle school is welcome at the high school and that the high school shows an interest in the middle school is what I meant by, one, we've got to control and protect Frankfort. First, we got to control and protect Franklin County kids thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, that's first and foremost. Two, protect Frankfort. All of the best athletes should be coming to Franklin County. Okay, and I can go down litmus reasons of why.
Mm-hmm.
But some of that, I'm going to start a mentorship program this year. And that mentorship program is going down the list to, the varsity kids are going to, we're going to have the elementary and maybe sixth grade up. And when we do our flyer madness event kind of stuff, they're going to be engaged with those kids. They're going to write them a letter every month.
I think that's great.
Their own phone numbers, and they're going to talk to them, and they're going to communicate. I think it's important. We're going to be out promoting games at those schools, making sure those kids come.
That would make a huge difference.
The high school players at the middle school games, right?
Well, even in the carpool lines, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Just like Eddie does at the during
the year. I like to do that kind of stuff because I think it's important. It's important for them to see. But again, we haven't had that culture around. So therefore, it might be new to some of these people. But I'm telling adults in this room and other people that are listening to it, this is normal stuff for major programs.
So that leads to the next question, I guess, is, in a lot of these schools, you have it used to be when we were when all four of us are growing up, you played all sports. If you were a good athlete, you played all the sports, and if you were, sometimes you warmed the bench and sometimes you played, depending upon which sport you were better at. Some kids excelled at all the sports, but now we've got this idea that they want people to play. They want kids to play one sport, get specialized in a sport, and my question is, are you going to be open with Eddie and the other, with JT and those, and say, I want your kids to play for me too. I want to work out whatever we need to do. I mean, I understand football season's going on at the beginning of ours, but I want your kids to come out too, because let's be honest, Franklin County has some good athletes to play football.
And basketball helps the athleticism.
Absolutely. So
the football team.
And I know that coaches in the past, at least in the last few years, have been very anti. You're going to play basketball. You're going to play basketball year round. What are your feelings about specialization of kids? And are you open to having kids play that are on other teams and play for the basketball team?
Well, I think once we get to a championship level, we'll have enough athletes in here that after about 10th grade, most of the specialized or the kids that are at the advanced levels are specializing in one sport.
Right.
Okay. We have got a lot of good kids and good athletes that aren't specialized in those particular sports. So I've already created that olive branch. We've already met with the football coach. We've met with some of the kids and talked about, I run a year-round program. If they're committed to two sports, they're committed to two sports.
Yeah.
Now, I am doing everything to schedule things so that I'm not just seeing football players Thanksgiving time and out.
Right. Does
it make sense?
Exactly.
Or actually, maybe December 1st or 3rd or whatever day the championship is. But, I'm going to root for them there the same way. But the reality is That can't happen. Basketball is way too much of a skill set thing. If we get a kid in here December 1st that's been off
right
5 months in that case, well, he can't shoot, guarantee that.
Yeah.
All he can
100%.
do is push people around, create some fouls, and play defense at best.
Right.
Okay. And ultimately, right now, I'm looking for athletes. I'm looking for players.
Right.
But in creating a culture and creating the discipline needed, what we're doing is we've got a plan where, and some of it is breaking news. You got the da da da.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, maybe it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Some of it is a little bit I'm working out on the calendar to try to accommodate our 17, 18 basketball players and our possible 7, 8 football players that I'm looking at right now. Okay. Those particular kids, we are 3 days a week is what they're going to do starting in August, football, 3 days a week from then all the way through. And that's not going to change. The other kids are 4 and 5 and 6 days a week, depending on what week we're talking about and what we got going on.